A potential special season comes unraveled in Fort Worth. From NewsOK.com, I'm Ryan Aber, joined by Jason Kersey. Jason, Oklahoma lost 37-33 to TCU on Saturday night. Everything really started with Trevon Boykin and the job he did, not only rushing the ball when he scrambled and on called plays, but also just keeping plays alive for the coverage on the back end to spring free.
Yeah, in the first half, it was all about the OU defense failing to stop Trevon Boykin. They missed a lot of tackles, which was really an uncharacteristic thing for this team that we haven't seen this year as much. And then in the second half, it seemed like the defense started to play better, but the offense really failed to make anything happen, particularly late in the game when they forced fumbles on back-to-back possessions and OU can't do anything with it. That really was devastating. And I think once that happened, it was pretty clear that OU wasn't going to be able to win this game.
And in the first half, OU was able to throw the ball down the field with Sterling Shepard a couple times, but also run the ball effectively with Samaje Perine. They really went away from Perine for big stretches of the second half, and it took them maybe too long to get back to running the football.
Yeah, I mean, I think that's what happened. You know, there were times I think they went 11 of 12 plays without running the ball, and that was after they'd taken a 31-24 lead. And, you know, at that point, the passing game wasn't working. It really didn't make a whole lot of sense that they were going away from Perine. And then when they gave it to Perine a couple times after that, he really seemed to start getting things going. But then late, he wasn't even able to do anything, especially on a critical 4th-and-1 play.
Yeah, there was a third and 2, and then 4th-and-1. Trevor Knight, Samaje Perine gets stopped. How big was that, and how does OU fix those problems that led to that moving forward?
Well, nobody really thought that was a problem coming into this game. After the West Virginia game, the way that they just dominated the line of scrimmage, and Samaje Perine was able to have 242 yards and 4 touchdowns, and that big offensive line, nobody really thought that was a problem for them. And now to see them unable to convert 3rd and 2, 4th-and-1 is really pretty eye-opening. And, you know, TCU does have a great defensive front, but that could definitely be a problem moving forward. The good news for OU is I don't think they're going to play a defensive front as good as this one is probably for the rest of the year.
And a crazy Saturday all around in college football. Alabama falls, a couple other big upsets. OU doesn't have a lot of time to let this sink in and let it get to them because they've got Texas next week. How do they bounce back from this?
Well, I think Texas is coming at a good time for them. Texas hasn't played extremely well. They're 2-3 coming into this game. But last year at this time, I think everybody thought Texas was going to, or OU was going to roll Texas, and that obviously didn't happen. Texas came in with a good game plan and beat them pretty good. And you know, I think that even though it looks like OU matches up really well with Texas and should win, you have to remember, too, that Tyrone Swoops, the Longhorns quarterback, does a lot of similar things to Trevon Boykin. Now, obviously, I think Boykin's a lot better than Swoops is, but I think that's something that they have to be ready for.
And Jason, what is ahead for this OU team? I don't know if you say they're definitely out of the national championship picture, but certainly it's a whole lot more difficult given today's result.
Yeah, you know, I don't think they're out of the national championship picture by any stretch. You know, I read a stat the other day that at the beginning of October last year, 3 of the final top 5 teams were unranked. So a lot of things can happen between now and the end of the year. We've seen that time and time again in college football. But there were some major issues exposed today, and if they don't get those things fixed, there's no way they can win the national championship.
Again, the final, TCU 37, Oklahoma 33 here in Fort Worth. Check us out every day at NewsOK.com and every morning in the Oklahoman for the best OU coverage anywhere.